This is my Golf Mark 1 that I have been rebuilding for the past 8 months.
When I got the Golf Mark 1, it had a lot of parts missing. The front door panel, some dashboard pieces, and one of the headlights was also missing. We diagnosed the car and found out that it has a disease called rust. Removed the rust and refreshed the car with a fresh new paint. I didn't want the panel beater to have all the fun, so I decided to paint the rims just to give the car a little bit of a clean look. We fitted brand new coil sleeves and gave it a little bit of OEM Jeep headlights. I also created my own door panels, which came out really nice. And on the previous video, I fitted 17-inch rims, which I have removed later on. There was a lot of smoke coming out of the exhaust. After all of that, the Golf is still not complete.
It is always advisable that when you buy a second-hand car, you should start with the engine, make sure the engine is healthy before you continue with the project. The only problem with my engine is that we actually need to rebuild the engine, which means we are going to enter into a state where we've never been at before. And that state is an engine state where we're going to become mechanics, or we're going to attempt to become mechanics.
I'm literally taking myself out of my comfort zone by rebuilding an engine for the first time in my life. Majority of people who have rebuilt a Golf Mark 1 engine have pulled the engine out of the car so that it will be much easier to work on.
Twist is, with me, I'm not going to be removing the engine. I'm going to rebuild the engine while the engine is still in the car, because I don't have an engine stand or an engine pulley. I'm just gonna rebuild the engine while the engine is still in the car. You can see from here that the belt was going to, the belt that is not actually great, and there's a bolt sitting over here.
My plan right now is to remove the head from the block, which means I'm going to disconnect everything that is connected to the head. I have already started with the radiator and the water pipes. Now I'm going to disconnect all the electrical connectors and the fuel lines. I disconnected the alternator and removed it from the engine bay. At this point, I'm just going to disconnect everything and strip the whole engine bay apart.
If you're just like me, you don't know what you are doing, make sure that you mark the things that are actually important. Just like the distributor timing, I have marked this one as number 4, which is this one. So I'm going to mark this one as number 2 and this one as number 3. Then we know everything, where everything goes. Before I go any further, I just want to say everything that I'm doing here, I have no knowledge about. I'm not a professional, and I don't think I am, so don't hate on me.
I'm going to keep on removing parts from the engine bay. Hopefully I remember where everything goes. I know some of you are asking themselves, why am I stripping the engine apart? The reason is the engine is smoking.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I'm going to be removing the tensioner and the timing belt, which I have planned to replace. And I'm going to be removing the tappet cover, which will give me access to the top head bolt.
That I think is amazing, waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, I'm losing shit. A stupid myth, you choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
Since we already jacked the car up in the air, I'm going to remove the exhaust system from the head, which is one of the things that I need to remove in order to remove the top head.
The exhaust is off. You can see now it is wiggling. So now what I'm thinking of doing is draining the oil, so it doesn't have enough oil or a lot of oil.
Since I'll be waiting for the oil to drain, I'm going to be removing the spark plugs, which I'm going to be replacing with new ones. In order to remove the head, I had to buy this tool kit, because with me, every time when I fix something, I need to go and buy tools because I don't have a tool set. You don't have to buy the whole set, you only need the M12. I bought the whole set just to be safe, because we're going to be using it to remove the bolts from the head.
So number 12 is the one that we need. So I don't want to buy this one because One cost about 150. So
a quick tip before removing the top head,
removing this, you just have to tap it. Don't just push it. You just have to tap it. Then it will come loose without breaking. Now it's time to split the head and the block to separate them. So let's do it.
When I place the socket in the bolt, I make sure that I hit it with a hammer a little bit. I'm going to be using the same method they used to tighten the bolt, but in reverse. I'm going to be starting from 10 going backward, which I think it will make the bolts come out easy. So here's the tricky part. The 10 is located over here. This will be the 4 and that will be the 8. I'm just gonna keep on removing the bolts and being careful that I do not break any bolt, because if a bolt breaks, it's going to be another mission. If you don't know, if a car smokes, especially black smoke, it means the rings are gone and it needs new piston rings. Know that the smoke is being created by piston rings is when the smoke keeps on going even when the car is on idle. Not only that, but when the smoke keeps on going throughout the whole day. But before taking any decision, ensure that you do your own research. Right now, I'm just gonna keep on going, removing the bolts and separating the top from the block. If you do enjoy the video, please give the video a like by hitting the like button, which will mean a lot to me and will help the YouTube algorithm to push my videos. And if you don't like the video, don't be shy to hit the dislike button.
Finally, I got the head off. I separate the head from the block. Now it's just that time to separate the manifold and the injectors from the top, from the head. Right now, what I want to do is analyze how the top gasket was placed, so that we'll be able to place the top gasket the same way as previously was said. Because everything we're doing, the way we are removing things is the way we're going to put them back. We're just going to do things in reverse. So you can actually see that the car was actually smoking a lot because the pistons are really dark and they must go the same way they are in right now. It looks like the gasket, it was almost time for it to be replaced. Yeah, well, let me remove it. Oh, there's something that is holding the gasket at the back. I guess we are good. If these two things, this one and this one, are holding the gasket to the block, that means we're actually going to be all right.
Now we're going to be separating everything from the head so that we can take the head to the engineering shop. The tools that we're going to be using is a 13 socket and I think a T5 if I'm not mistaken. If you separate the engine, you need to take the top to the engineering shop so that they can analyze and refresh the top. I just sprayed some Q20 on the bolt because I want to remove the sump so that I could be able to remove the piston, because I need the piston in order to buy piston rings and bearings. Looks like the oil pump is in the way of me removing the piston, which means that I have to remove the oil pump.
Looks like this cover and the filter here and the whole oil pump is being held by this bolt and this bolt. The way it looks, because this bolt goes from up until there, then this one is the same up until there, and this one is holding here and this one also is holding there. So I'm just gonna remove these two bolts and see, so hopefully we don't mess anything up. The oil pump, or I don't know if there is the oil pump or what, but whatever this is, it is out. tip that I can give anyone who doesn't know what they're doing is that you should put all the bolts that you have taken out back to the position that you have taken them out from, so that you won't forget where the bolts should go, or maybe separate them so that you know this bolt is for this part, this bolt is for this part. But this is the way I did it.
As you can see, those two bolts over here, 1, 2, they're back to that position, and another one there and another one there, they're back to the same position. And that's what I basically do, so that I won't forget which bolt goes where. Now that everything is out of the way, it is time to remove the pistons. I think the piston caps are only being held by 14mm bolt. Now that the bottom part of the piston it is out, we can analyze the bearings, and it looks like the bearings were shaving. The good thing about all of this is that we're going to replace them with new ones, so the engine will be fresher than ever. Removing the piston, I just took where is it? I just took this, and you can see the piston over there, and I just place it here, and just a little bit of tapping it a little bit, that the piston is ready to go out. So I'm just going to remove that piston, and we're going to use it as a sample to get new piston rings and bearings. So here we go, the piston is now out. So
we are almost complete. We got the top separated from the block, manifold separated from the top, and the injector rail, I don't know if it is called an injector rail or what, but we got it separated from the top. So now the only thing that is left is to take the top to the engineering. Because we are not experts at what we are doing, we're going to use what we see here to put everything back. When we're going to put everything back, we're going to put everything back the exact same way. So we're going to be using this piston ring, this piston, to buy piston rings and bearings. So yeah, now the only thing that's left is to remove the timing belt and then replace the timing belt as well.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Well, I ran into a problem, and the problem is the water pump. I tried to remove the water pump. I tried to remove this pulley so that I can remove this cover, because I want to replace the timing belt. But I think the only way is to remove the whole water pump, which is something that I did not want to do, but it seems like I'm going to do it. So let's just remove it. I was able to remove this bracket because I thought it was holding the water pump, but the water pump has is attached to the block. So what I've seen that what is holding the cover is this bolt over here, and I think even the water pump is out. So yeah, the water pump looks like it is also out. So this bolt was the one was holding the cover. I think the cover will be able to come out, not sure, but it looks like the water pump can be able to come out. So let me remove the water pump. Yep, the water pump is out. There's coolant flowing. Yeah, so yeah, I guess that bracket holds the water pump, and yeah, so now I can remove the cover. Where is this? Something is still holding the cover. Yeah, here we go. Here's the cover. It looks beaten like crazy. The cover doesn't look good. I might replace the cover if I have enough money. So yeah, so for now I'm just gonna leave it the way it is, because I was looking for this. I wanted to take the timing belt out, and I'm going to replace it with a new timing belt. I'm going to take the top to the engineering, and we're going to buy everything. We still need to deassemble everything else from the, we must remove the piston rings. We must remove the piston and the piston rings. But we have approached the end of the video, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you have subscribed, make sure to hit that like button And if you have any advice on how to rebuild the engine, make sure to leave a comment down below. And if you have anything that you want to say, leave it in the comment section. If you want me to change the way I do my videos, make sure to comment. If you hate anything about the videos that I'm doing, make sure to say it in the comment section, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.